What's up, guys? Welcome back to the JP and Trav show. As always, it's your host with the most, JP.
JP sounds a little down for some reason, but appreciate you all joining us on a Tuesday. Obviously, it's great that, I like when OU plays games that I can stop by here on the way. That doesn't happen very often. So I'm excited to go to Philly, be leaving first thing in the morning. But with us here together, it was important for him to pay off his bet that he lost. For those of you that forget, the outcome of the NBA Finals, the Oklahoma City Thunder were victorious over the Fighting TJ McConnells and the Indiana Pacers. So the bet, thanks to Kirby, was that the loser of the finals, obviously me being a Thunder fan, him being
Kirby's idea.
Yeah, it was Kirby's idea. And then with JP obviously being a Pacers fan, whichever team lost, that person would have to eat a wing doused in the bomb hot sauce, beyond insanity. We have the bag. If you want to show some of the props, I'll go ahead and do it. So we've got a glass of cold milk for him right there. I've tossed the wing in the sauce in this bag. Even got a little piece of toast there. So, anyways, he's got that there. Ooh, you can smell it through the bag. Okay, so he's going to eat that wing, and I'm just going to go ahead and retweet this. That we're live. I want people to be tuned into this historic occasion. We got milk. That's good too. Maybe swish a little sour cream. But ready when you are.
Nah, I'm drinking milk as soon as I put it in my mouth, Kirby. Sorry to disappoint you. Oh my gosh.
All right. Here we are. So use the paper towel again. OU big win over Michigan. As JP gets after this, we'll kind of talk about that a little bit. I don't think we saved any of the. Don't be keep that towel. Don't be dabbing that sauce off there. Don't be dabbing that sauce off there. That is well coated. Luckily, I used to coat wings for a living. So, if you want to show, do you want to show the people what we got here? Yeah. So, thank you, Miles, for reposting the stream. Thank you, Sooner Bomb, for reposting the stream. Dr. Sean Strong thinks Temple is scary. So I don't think so necessarily, although the spread is far closer than I would have expected. I believe the spread's 23.5 right now. That's tempting. So 23.5. Anything tempting to you right now? Gonna go ahead and just get after it?
I'm so nervous.
You'd be all right. You won't die.
Woo! Okay, here we go.
Just big old bite.
I'm so nervous.
Gunny, we can't put that comment up on the screen. Yeah. Thunder up to everybody in the comments, obviously. Defending champs. It's been a lot of fun seeing Thunder fans around. I brought some Thunder gear to remind people, in Philly, what it's like in Oklahoma.
All right.
It's not, it's okay. See, not bad at all.
Yeah, it's gonna get worse.
Nah, you'd be all right. So, still a lot of wing if you want to enjoy that. So, give me your initial thoughts on the Michigan victory. Were you scared early that we weren't getting out to the lead that we thought we would? Were you scared at the beginning of the third quarter whenever they had that 75-yard run? What were your thoughts? The Tucker factor.
Yeah. Man, it's hot. The Shaq face.
The Shaq face.
How do people talk with this?
I don't know. You're about to show us.
Burning.
You'll be all right.
Yeah, I definitely think at the beginning of the game, we were still feeling it out. Obviously, I'm talking like I can't talk. Obviously, with the first drive, um,
You all right?
yeah, I'm good. With the first drive, when we came out the way we did, I think it energized everybody in the stadium. Energized myself, I know that. And then it felt like we were in lockstep defensive battle with Michigan, with ourselves. Obviously, we shot ourselves in front a little bit, but then we scored at the end of the half, and you're feeling really good. You know, not like me right now,
Yeah.
but feeling really good heading into the second half, and then you give up the 75-yard touchdown. And you're like, oh my gosh, like
Right.
we can't have a bust like that.
Mhm.
And then after that, it felt like Michigan maybe had some momentum, and then I felt like took it to them, especially in the fourth quarter. That 10-minute, what was it, 9 minutes?
Yep. Yeah, I think 8 minute and 27-second drive. Still got a lot of meat on that bone. The good people over at what was it, Shark Wings? They worked hard on that wing. I got 2 regular wings in there for you later too.
What you mean?
I
I got to eat the whole wing?
I was just saying, maybe. Yeah,
That's not what we agreed upon.
no, yeah.
We agreed upon one bite.
I think the chat is upset you brought milk to the party. So
Well, I'm sorry to disappoint y'all, because the agreement was a bite of the wing,
there you go.
and they didn't say they didn't say I couldn't have milk. Whew.
But
this is rough.
no, you'd be
Travis. No, it's rough.
Let's see.
How do you feel about the game, Travis?
Keep reading the rules.
I know. No, we can go
Man.
back. We can go back and look.
Mine was like 1 plate.
Yeah.
Better eat the whole thing.
Hey, have we seen hot ones on YouTube? Did they not just take one bite? They took one bite.
Mouth. Just eat the whole thing. Get it over with. Wow. Somebody get him an apple. For the content.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Hey, we got an audience. My wife is in the room. Okay. I went to the apple orchard because I love my wife. Lock me up and throw away the key.
Tell you what. So with me, it was, the long methodical drive to start for sure, but mistakes after mistakes, as those were compounded, you started to get a little bit of that PTSD from last year. The Isaiah Satania muffed punt, obviously a big factor. The Jaden Ott, which we got to figure out what the hell's going on with him.
Yeah.
But Jaden Ott muffing a kickoff and, almost letting that go out of bounds, ended up having terrible field position there. It's frustrating that Satania is an experienced return guy, and he blows a punt. And then Ott, you bring him in as a former All-American, and he has 4 carries for 9 yards. Now you want to think, hey, look, we're going to unleash him. We're going to unleash him. Like, I don't know. Eventually, he's going to have to, look the part, because I know Oklahoma paid a lot of money for that guy. But the takeaway for me is Jaren Kanak, the nation's leader for tight ends in receiving yards, tied for the lead. Leader in the SEC for tight ends. He's the second leading receiver on OU right now, Jaren Kanak. Still, the touchdown, the end zone eludes him, but 159 yards, something like that, through 2.
He's gonna get there
through 2 games, and
people have been hating on this. People have been hating on him. Sorry.
I think they were hating. I think they were hating in week 1 because they saw him atop the depth chart, and they're like, okay, like, how can a linebacker walk into our tight end room and all of a sudden be the best tight end we have? Well, I think we're seeing that he's actually just a good tight end. And the crazy part is I guess he's halfback. They're calling him the burger back, according to Ben Arbuckle. But he's putting a hand in the dirt, in the I formation. He's, split out. He's in like the pistol. He came across and blocked Jashawn Barham. He was everything you wanted the position. And everybody's like, man, if they teach him how to block, He was blocking Jashawn Barham when he got back in the second half and sprung the tier.
Well, Jaren Kanak did too. But.
Yeah. Javonte Barnes laying some blocks too. That's the thing. As important as pass pro is going to be, and run blocking for even Mateer on quarterback designs, we're going to see a lot of Javonte Barnes. I know there are a lot of people that are all out on Javonte Barnes, but as long as he continues to block better than everybody else, he's going to have a spot out there. So, but I thought Deion Burks finally came alive. We've been waiting for a performance like that, against a big opponent since he got here. It was great for him considering he's from Michigan and didn't get the Michigan invite. He said it was personal for him. He goes, 7 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown, something like that.
Yeah.
So it was great to see from him. He obviously had the one-handed catch last week. He gets a foot in. I think we have the clip.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, let's go through our clip powered by our brother Sooner Gridiron over on X. Make sure you go and follow him. I also
this Oklahoma offense. High pass. Touchdown.
I also did just want to say we never agreed upon more than one bite.
Hey,
I would have said no if I knew I had to eat an entire wing. Have you lost your mind?
So the Javonte Barnes situation here obviously is what he had mentioned a moment ago.
Yeah.
Javonte Barnes getting this block.
Oh, it's huge.
So Javonte Barnes right here, boom, springs him the rest of the way he's in. So I think when you look at just run blocking and what they've been provided, the physicality that comes with it, that's what I like to, and I think that's what stood out so much. Anytime, like, let's see. Oh, and as we're featuring Barnes. Oh man, Kelso missed it.
It's on YouTube. You can rewind it.
So they bring 7 to Oklahoma's 5. Over the top. Perfect. I was really hoping this block would hold up here.
Yeah.
Like Burks obviously isn't the biggest guy, but I think it's one of those that if Burks holds that block, or if this is like to Blaylock,
yeah,
this is probably 6.
Yeah, dang near.
Like this is probably 6, and at that point the game would be over.
You love the physicality at the end too.
Yeah, I mean I tell you what, I'm pretty sure him, RSJ, Kendall Daniels, all of them got pictures of them standing over Michigan players. Like I think that was a concerted effort. I think they got with the media team and was like, hey, look, I'm going to make sure and stand over everybody right after I hit them.
Yeah. Because
obviously the hit that's been most popular has been this.
3 or 4 in the early going. Hands in the slot. Caught the ball with Kendall Daniels.
He just passes him off, but he lets him get by. And boy, did he time that up perfectly. That's the second big play we've seen from 5 into Crimson. Big time hit.
One of my favorite parts about that hit is that OSU fans, the same OSU fans that had to watch their team lose in historic fashion, 69-3.
Oh my gosh.
Those same fans.
Dude. They got blitzed.
Those fans tried to tell us that they, good and riddance to Kendall Daniels. He's going to jog on routes. He's not going to be physical. He's going to quit halfway through the season, which, of course, we're not halfway through the season. So, I guess that's technically on the board. But, we were told all these horror stories about Kendall Daniels and his work ethic. Maybe, just maybe, Brent Venables is better at getting, Kendall Daniels motivated or getting the most out of Kendall Daniels. Maybe he's better at that than whoever was tasked with it at Oklahoma State because he played great. He's a matchup nightmare, especially at that size. I'm really interested in what we do when Kendall Dolby and Eli Bowen come back because Cortland Guillory looked incredible. He's targeted like 6 times. I think he's given like 4 yards or something like that. Yeah. And then Gentry, as he comes back, like he's good. Devon Jordan played well. You got Eli Bowen, who was a freshman All-American last year. You've got Kendall Dolby, who can play Cheetah. Oh, we're looking good at Cheetah. So I'm interested to see who who shakes out on the back end. So What do you think? How do you think it shakes out on the back end?
Just with the cornerback group.
Yeah, he nose is running a little bit.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, just shiny.
I was gonna mention to the chat that I got some of the sauce on my fingers and I got a hangnail, and it got in my hangnail and it is burning.
Yeah, not great.
No, it sucks. It almost was worse than
Don't go use the bathroom.
Yeah, but I think it's crazy. And we talked about this at the beginning of I think the season, just what we were hearing from fall camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
And what we were hearing about the cornerback group, about Cortland Gilroy, about Devon Jordan, and thinking, well, we already have Gentry.
Mm-hmm.
We already have Eli Bowen.
Mm-hmm.
And the cornerback position, like post last season, was the question of the defense, like unequivocally.
Right.
And now it dang near is up with the rest of the group. It's almost not a weak point anymore.
Right.
Through 2 games at least, you can't say that it is.
Well, I put up this stat, and I'll let's see. I'll grab it off of Twitter. I know it. Okay, so those are Jaren Mechanics. So Oklahoma's secondary so far this year, pass yards allowed per game, 88. That's 6th in the NCAA. That's number 1 in the SEC. Pass defense efficiency, 7th in the NCAA, 1st in the SEC. Third down conversion percentage defense, 16%. That's 7th in the NCAA, 1st in the SEC. And so much of that is simply just secondary plays, the corners. And again, we talked about it all year or all summer in spring when it came to the portal, right? We're going to go get portal. We're going to go get portal corner, right? And it's so difficult to get depth in the portal specifically because, like, you can go get like a third stringer.
Yeah.
But if you're good enough to be a second stringer at OU, you're good enough to go start at a P4 spot.
Yeah.
So it's like, why would I, a corner, go to Oklahoma to beat depth? So it's a tough position to recruit to. We do know early on they wanted a corner, but just didn't find one that they wanted to go after. But yeah, I mean, they saw Cortland Guillory and Devon Jordan and those kind of guys. I mean, Cortland Guillory, he's aggressive. He's gonna get a bad flag this year, and he's gonna get beat this year. I totally get it. It happens when you're at corner.
Yeah.
But that dude, it really looks like we might have a corner lockdown, even a corner duo after that this year of Eli and Cortland Guillory. But somebody else, another position we might have locked down, left tackle.
Yeah, Michael Fasusi. Man, that cat.
I feel like I'm the cautious one when it comes to guarding against certain optimism, right?
Uh-huh.
It's like I didn't want to be the one that, oh man, we need to start a freshman. We need, he's a 5-star. We need to put him out there and just let him get his butt. But I mean, the circumstances were Sexton gets hurt. He's got to start against Michigan, and he looked great. So I think Bill Beatonville got a game ball after the game.
Yeah, where the Bill Beatonville hitters in the chat?
They in there. They in there.
Because y'all be on him all the time, and I understand. There was some iffiness last year, especially with a lot of the injuries. But man, to act like this guy don't know how to coach the offensive line, and that he's not, one of the premium offensive line coaches, especially when it comes to physicality. I mean, that 20. I know we go back to 2018. Everybody's like, it's not 2018 anymore, but that 2018 offensive line was one of the nastiest lines, right? That we had. The nastiest lines that we've ever had. Bill Beatonville was that guy. A lot of those guys are in the NFL now. And listen, Kirby, I understand you felt like we didn't run the ball, especially with the running backs, but at the end of the day, we went on a 9-minute drive.
8 minutes, 27 seconds.
To against Michigan in the fourth quarter to end the game. That has to do with offensive line play.
And also to that point, I'm impressed with Arbuckle in that sense because all we heard about Arbuckle, right, was air raid. I think a lot of people are like, no, we don't want air raid. What's the air raid ever won? I'm sorry, rest in peace, Mike Leach, but how many 8.5-minute just run it down your throat, the Big Ten, Michigan, a team like that, how many times did he have the patience to just do that? How many times did a lot of those air raid guys have the patience to do that? So, with that, the ability, and because everybody in the stadium knows you're running. Michigan knows you're running. Everybody knows you're running, and they still couldn't stop. And if you can do it when everybody knows you're doing it, and you don't have to trick them or anything like that, or run misdirection, this here, that, and the other, then you're going to be in good shape.
Yeah, 100%. Russell Ross says, I spoke to Kendall Dana's mom at the first home game, and she said that he hasn't been this happy and excited. SU?
OSU, I'm guessing.
Yeah, just heard folks' dreams these days. Yeah.
Yeah, and I put out a tweet about, like, there's so many people, because Gavin Gundy was getting after people before he deleted the tweets, but he's like,
his son?
Yeah, he's like, my dad, made this university what it was,
He's not wrong.
There was another OSU fan that was like, well, we've had Larry Coker and Jimmy Johnson and
That's true.
Les Miles. We've had other winners.
That's true. That
Like,
is true.
You've had guys that have, won elsewhere,
That Barry Sanders.
but like won national championships elsewhere, like as far as coaches.
Yeah.
So, yeah, just because he never left,
Right.
he's also got more losing seasons. He's also got more winless conference seasons. Oh, yeah, last year. And it could be this year.
What was the score on Saturday?
69 to 3.
I'm sorry, bro. If we can beat 69-3,
The first thing I do, I'm definitely not jumping on Twitter and being like, no, we can't get rid of this guy ever because he's the best we've ever had. Like, oh, what? Like that's what you want? That's what you want the legacy to be?
Right.
Like, I looked. They don't have, according to ESPN FPI, which I'm not a fan of. I don't know what goes into it, and it only had OU winning 5 games this year, so I don't really trust it at all. But it only gave OSU none of their Big 12 games, they have more than a 28% chance to win it.
Yeah.
But that's, again, really weighting the Oregon loss heavily. We'll see. If the Tulsa Golden Hurricane beat Oklahoma State,
brother,
you can't do that.
I need you to go crazy on any Pope fans you see in Tulsa.
Yeah, I mean,
for real.
Yeah, there's one thing to be loyal and true, and there's another thing to be delusional. And you can thank Mike Gundy for being the best coach in your school's history. You can thank him for everything he's done, and also have some self-respect to say, hey, look, man, a Hall of Fame coach doesn't go up. Like, you're not. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I don't know if it's an effort thing. I don't know if it's just an NIL thing. I refuse to believe that Oklahoma State has the least amount of financial support and development in the Big 12 last year, and they went 0-9.
Yeah.
So, I refuse to believe that. Do you have less NIL money than Oregon? Yeah, we all do. But, to say that and to say, hey, look, they're just the haves, we're the have-nots, but don't fire me because, it's not my fault. It's all of you poor fans that won't give me any money.
It's ridiculous, honestly. But one thing I did want to get to, Trav, too. Obviously, we know everybody's talking about John Material. We're going to have our plays we show from him. But speaking of, just guys that have made an impact, let's talk a little bit about Jaren Kanak. Right here, you see him. Excuse me, still recovering a little bit.
Oh, yeah, you get it.
My nose is running.
If you're hungry, that piece of chicken that doesn't have any sauce on it right there, it's staring at you.
What piece of chicken that don't have any sauce?
Just read the part you put out of.
Yeah, that's dangerous. But so John Material obviously is making a crazy play here. But one of the biggest things that
which should have been a first down.
Yes, yeah, it was ridiculous that it was ever 4 minutes. But one of the things that we've seen with Jaren so far is his ability to run after the catch, right?
Correct.
Which is insane. I think when you think about everything that has happened at the tight end position, and that we haven't had guys that really since Braden Willis have been able to do that, or even really been consistent in the middle of the field. Jaren has already, within 2 games, I think, proven himself.
Yeah, the question would be who's gotten off. When's the last time we had a tight end get off to this start? Because Braden Willis, I mean, all respect in the world to that dude. Did he lead the nation in receiving amongst tight ends through 2 weeks? Maybe.
Yeah.
I know we didn't play Michigan in week 2 or something, but
look at that.
The one-handed catch, secure the ball. I mean,
yeah. And
that touchdown was slight. I mean, the touchdown was just a little bit farther than that. If he would have caught that, the game would have been over.
Yeah.
And he would have had he would have had his touchdown, and who knows what his touchdown celebration dance is going to be.
Oh man! And to be honest with you, I was a little worried after last week when he fumbled the first catch. I was like, oh man, is he gonna be like just not be
Yeah.
able to handle hits? But no, man, he's been physical, and while he's not the best blocker, he's a former linebacker, man. So two things are true. He's able to be physical. He doesn't mind being physical,
Right.
but he also understands defense.
He understands like the soft spots and zones.
Yes,
Like
yeah.
extremely well.
Absolutely.
So I think that's where it's an underrated perspective. Did you see his Instagram post today?
I didn't. Did he have a Wolverine clause again?
Oh no, it was a picture of him after that play, and he said the haters said I couldn't play linebacker.
Dang.
He said the haters were right.
Hey,
Honestly, great call by the haters.
it was.
That's so funny.
But Travis, I think let's get to the play of the game.
Okay.
I think everybody has said that this is probably the play.
Escapes.
Wind down for a second. John Mateer down the sideline to Isaiah Satania. And dude, I mean, this was Baker-esque if I've ever seen anything. Right?
Mhm.
Somebody clipped it with the Ohio State throw down the sideline to Michael Jones.
Yeah.
It almost looks identical.
When it comes unblocked, which part of me I'm like, okay, is that running back just falling down on the job? What's going on? Or are they trying to let guys through to have John step in front of him, lose momentum? I mean, obviously you don't want to have free rushers all the time, but if you know he can take one step and evade him, you might be all right. But I thought he was in there at the 5, but it is what it
I
is.
can't believe they called him back. They called him back to the 14.
Mhm.
Yeah, let's watch it again. I didn't think he stepped out. But yeah, unblocked. That was one miss.
And just-
Devontae and just
God,
slings
just-
it. Man,
Layers it in there. It's a great throw.
amazing. Dude.
It's a great though. It's one of those, and why it's so important. Why games like these are so important. And I said it on the post game. Everything was perfect to host recruits. You had 100 recruits in town. You had recruits from other sports there. I talked to baseball. Baseball had 8 recruits in that they brought to the game. Like, you have all these recruits in. It's like 70 degrees, clear skies,
Yeah.
great day of tailgating, night game days there. You know, Josh Pate's there, SEC Unfiltered's there.
Yeah.
You know, you got the flyover. You got all the celebrities in town, right? You got all these former players in. You got Buddy Hield, and you got Jeremiah Fears and Trey Young and Kenneth Murray and all these dudes. Trey Brown, I think, was there too. Like, you get all these guys coming back, hanging out. Like, that's what you need. Nobody can recruit as well as former players. Simple as that. So,
Yeah. No, I agree 100%, dude.
I mean, you beat a blue blood.
Yep.
The defense just shows out. And what's great is, and some of the recruits have even mentioned this, like, how many freshmen played? Fasusi played. Guillory played. Obviously, Devon Jordan played. Torrey Blaylock.
Did Foje got in there on the jumbo? Right.
Yeah. But, like, that's a significant number of freshmen. And then you look who's dominant defensive lineman, a guy who started as a freshman last year, Jaden Jackson.
Yeah.
So, like, they were saying, oh, man, look, they're dominating. And look at all the freshmen that are out there. So if I come to Oklahoma, there's a possibility that, like, they'll at least give me the chance. Like, if I'm the best player in the room, they're going to give me a chance to put me out there.
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of these guys, you know, they know guys like Cortland Guillory. Like, that's one of the nice things about playing freshmen as well, is because a lot of these freshmen were playing on like 7-on-7 teams, or, you know, national 7-on-7 teams, or playing on these big Texas or Florida, you know, schools, Georgia schools. Like, he did all right.
Just leaking. And like, just trying to live. My nose just like, what is happening, bro? My throat's numb. I mean,
so with that, like, they know these guys. So they'd be like, man, I was playing 7-on-7 with Cortland like a year ago, and now they're after me, or, you know, whatever. So, like, they have good relationships. It's not like, let's be honest. Like, I'm a huge Dylan Gabriel guy. We all know that. Yeah. So are you. There's nobody that Oklahoma was recruiting that had ever played a down of anything with Dylan Gabriel by the time that had, lots of love for David Stone. I mean, he shows those 5-star flashes that you're like, he gets in there and just wrecks the game.
Yeah.
It's like he goes on the interior and he just picks up a right guard and, like, throws him. And you're like, oh, okay.
our defensive tackle room is stupid.
Well, our
I saw-
defensive line. PJ was showing out.
Bro.
Obviously, R. Mason's that dude. Taylor Line.
You heard the Oklahoma breakdown?
I haven't yet. We're watching on the way to Philly tomorrow.
Okay, I'm not gonna say nothing. Man. I need you. Just listen to Teddy, bro. I mean, it's.
No, I'm sure he was on one.
Insane. Just
Well, it was just so violent. I mean,
yeah.
Michigan can run the ball. They're a team that prides themselves on running the
Always
ball.
has been.
And man, you saw outside of the 175-yard run, you saw Justice get on the other side of the line of scrimmage or get to the line of scrimmage and just, I mean, it looked like one of those action movies where like the bad guy gets shot from like 6 different ways because like he's getting hit from every angle before he goes down. Like it's impressive stuff. But yeah, Kirby bringing up David Stone. I mean, the defensive. I mean, Owen Heineke, people showing out. Marvin Jones
Jr.
tracking people down.
Our defensive line is legitimately potentially the best in the nation. I think it's objectively top 3, top 5, top 3. I think objectively.
Jackson Arnold's going to have a terrible time.
Yeah, he is. Now let's talk about our quarterback, the man, the myth, the legend, John Mateer, who, I mean, it's plays like this, dude. This is special.
And that linebacker couldn't even bring him down.
No,
walked him into the end zone.
Like,
and just before this, John Mateer during the timeout was trying to get the crowd into it. So he was walking around, getting everybody into it, as he was about, and then he just walks it in. Like,
he's such a well-spoken kid too. I mean, just
calling Holly Rowe ma'am over and over.
Man.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, just a great. But like, if I can rewind to this a little.
And he's younger than Arch Manning.
I saw that
by a day,
but still, everybody acting like Arch is a freshman.
But the other one, we got to be. Oh, he's brand new. He's just a baby.
Whatever, so it's things like this, Trav, where you have here, you see him, the linebacker is creeping up thinking he's going to that hole, filling that gap. And this guy is, now in the film room, they'll probably tell, I don't know if you guys can see my cursor, but this linebacker that's up here by the H, hey, you should have just stayed in this gap because this guy would have had him dead to rights.
Right. And
if you stay here, then everything's fine. But he starts to go over the top because he thinks John's going that way. He's going to gang tackle. John said, whoop. Like Chris Berman, whoop.
When he gets skinny really well, like, honestly, I've noticed it from Jaron as well. But John does such a good job of getting skinny, of understanding how to get upfield and understanding jump cuts and things like that you don't typically get from tight ends and quarterbacks. You usually get from running backs. So,
yeah. We got copyrighted on YouTube. Brother. From what?
Man, these haters.
Whatever. We didn't get copyrighted on X, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, Elon wouldn't do that to us. Oh, man. Well, we're
I guess we got to check the X numbers, too, though.
Yeah, Let me check. Oh, I got to go to the – okay, we live. Stream unavailable, these haters.
Ooh, okay, go to X.
These haters.
Yeah, go to X for now. And then they'll put us back on probably in like 5 minutes. This happened occasionally last year. I don't.
I think it's about sound. We gotta have them without sound.
Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah, I think it triggers it.
Yeah, I don't know because I feel like last year, if it was ESPN, they had an issue with it. But if it wasn't, then I don't know. It's weird. Anyways, stick with us, YouTubers. Sorry about that. Go to X and then, we'll be back probably here in 5 minutes. Last year it was about 5-10 minutes, and then they put us back in. But yeah, John Mateer, dog, he's just different. And I think everybody in the nation got put on, like, David Pollock has always loved him. He's always spoken super, 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 super highly of him.
Mm-hmm.
You have obviously J.D. Pickell. You have Josh Pate, some of those boys who have said, hey, man, like, I bought John Mateer stock back in May.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are now in September, the biggest game that was circled early. We got buku big games this entire year. But the biggest game that was circled early, right, was this Michigan game. And, you guys got to see, along with the rest of America, who John Mateer was. I have my friend Jeff that was on with us last year text me. He's a dude. Another Michigan fan that I went to college with text me. I love your guys' quarterback. I mean, he won over. It felt like he won over America on Saturday Trav.
No, he absolutely did. And again, that's one of the advantages of having a night game. Like, look, I got a lot of Mizzou friends. You got at least I know of a couple of Mizzou friends.
Yeah.
But like, can we stop with the game day should have been at the border? Stop it. You guys are on ESPN2 for a reason. Like, it is what it is. And like, that's not hateful. That is just viewership. Viewership matters. And it just is what it is. If you're going to get two blue bloods, in the same, like, that never play each other in the same game with lots of storylines, right? A Heisman candidate, preseason Heisman candidate, and John Mateer, right? Bryce Underwood, the $10 million man, right? Like, that's where you're on ABC. You get Colin Cowherd tweeting about it. You got Matt Leinart tweeting about it, a couple of LA boys, right? You get David Pollack. You get Ryan Clark tweeting about it, like
Cortland Guillory and John
right.
Mateer.
All these dudes, just like, and that kind of stuff really matters, especially on the, like, it matters to recruiting. Oh, we back. It matters with recruiting.
We back on YouTube.
It matters with, just the brand, the image, right?
Yeah.
I mean, when people are, when people are wanting to go to a school and you see all these 1 million follower, 2 million follower, all this kind of stuff, tweeting about specific players or even Heisman type stuff. I mean, John Mateer, a lot of those guys have Heisman votes. John Mateer is going to, in whoever's, national reporters list outside of RG3.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, what kind of list was that?
Stupid.
He had Jackson Arnold on there, bro.
Like number 6 or something. Like stupid.
What?
He's an idiot.
I'm just like, because he beat Baylor.
I think that it. I know it's sad, but I think there's some CTE issues with RG3 because there's no way. Like, it doesn't make sense that John Mateer wouldn't even be in your top 9 right now. Now your top 9. It's interesting when you look at someone like the On3 and those kind of guys. Arch, preseason lock for number 1, not in the top 10 on a lot of people's.
I don't know why that was ever a thing.
Now he's going to cook. Who does Texas have this week?
I think Texas has they just
Portland State or something like that. UTEP, the Miners. Yeah, they'll beat them by 35.
They have UTEP and Sam Houston, bro. Back-to-back weeks. No, 3 straight weeks. San Jose State, UTEP, Sam Houston.
Yeah, if Arch doesn't, put 350 on every one of those, then, or put at least 300 on all of them, then he's going to have a tough time because then it's Florida, Oklahoma back-to-back, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, but Florida might be without a head coach because Billy Napier might be headed back to the Sun Belt.
Bro, I can't believe they lost to South Florida.
South Florida might be good.
That's true. That is true. South Florida's a good team,
but still, Florida should never lose to them.
Still, that shouldn't happen. And they were talking about Florida being one of those teams this year. But yeah, man. I mean, I think that
I'm not even putting any other videos up. I don't want to get copyright strike again.
I think we went through all of them anyway. But all in all, and I'm going to let Travis for a little bit talk about just the atmosphere because he actually got to be there. But all in all, man, like you couldn't have asked for a better outcome from this weekend. Now we can't drink the rat poison, and we're going to preview Temple here in a bit for his last 15 minutes or so. And obviously Travis is on his way out there, tomorrow morning and everything like that. But Temple is not a great team, but they have an offense this year as opposed to years past. They got a nice little transfer quarterback. Will they be able to do anything with Oklahoma? No, they shouldn't be able to. But we want to make sure that, hey, we're not looking ahead to Auburn. So we'll talk about that in a second. But, I mean, from everything I've seen and I've heard, man, like this weekend was top tier. Not only from Oklahoma fans, but even non-Oklahoma fans that came in. Josh Pate, your boy Chris.
Mhm.
So many people that were in Norman were like, oh my gosh, Michigan fans. So Trav, tell us a little bit for those maybe who weren't able to go, because I know a lot of us in the chat and that are watching live on X were able to go. What was the atmosphere like in Norman, man?
Man, first of all, Michigan fans were great. I remember walking around a lot of the, because I was semi-hosting Chris. We were golfing on Friday, and there were a bunch of Michigan fans even like coming into the golf course, like making kind of a week of it. So, with like Tom Brady came in to play golf, Desmond Howard came in to play golf. That was really cool. And then what I really enjoyed was Michigan fans. I saw them walking around North Oval, like reading the signs on the buildings, like wanting to learn about the university, wanting to learn about the history, all that kind of stuff. And they'd come by tailgates. We had Connor Stellings come by our tailgate for like an hour.
Yeah.
And everybody was like, oh, is that Connor? Can I take a photo? I was like, I took so many photos, man. I should have had the swivel. Hey, it's just going to ask you a couple questions. People could have tipped me for it. People could have tipped me for it. No, I took so many pictures. Connor's a great dude. We were texting all day yesterday about JJ McCarthy. Big comeback win over the Bears. What up, Kirby? What up, John Davidson?
There he goes, Bill 129. He finally brought it up.
That's right. He's the chosen one. JJ McCarthy, the chosen one.
I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I was about to text this man yesterday and be like, I
bet you some hot sauce. I said double or nothing. Could you imagine?
I would never.
Could you imagine double or nothing? You'd be like, I can get out of this. Sweet.
Oh my God.
Oh, that'd have been amazing.
I would have been so mad. But that was he came back. I was surprised. It was a great Monday night game. Great Sunday games in the NFL. But yeah, man, that's great. Just to hear that everything went well. Michigan fans were
well, and there were a lot of them.
Yeah.
And they were like, man, like, and so like, I obviously go to a lot of baseball games. A lot of those fans are like, yeah, we just live in Dallas. It was a short trip. I didn't talk to any Michigan fans that it was just like an easy trip. Like they were like, oh, we live in Chicago, or we live in Ann Arbor, or we live in, wherever. And like some lived in Minnesota, like, and that's what was cool. Like it wasn't just a trip out of convenience.
Yeah.
It was like, it's actually wildly inconvenient to get from Ann Arbor to Norman compared to a lot of the other places they can go. So, but I thought that they were very kind. The one dude did get put in 2 different headlocks by 2 different people, but there's always a bad apple out there. So with the atmosphere in general, it was perfect weather.
Yep.
Great attendance by a blue blood. It was I don't know of very many other, maybe Notre Dame. No OU fans hate Notre Dame. I'm trying to think of what schools, and Nebraska would get this to a point, but 2 schools that just have very proud histories and were cool, just kind of walking around, being very kind to each other, understanding that probably neither team is winning the national title this year. And also, but they should both be good. I mean, I think they both can make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Their schedule's nothing.
Yeah.
So, but I think it was like there's no vitriol there.
No.
There's a healthy amount of respect. And I think what I found was Josh Pate said it. Chris said it. Like all these guys are like, people forget how historic Oklahoma is. When you walk around the Heisman Park, if you've got the opportunity to go in the Switzer Center and see all the titles, 50 conference championships, 7 national championships. We didn't have to add 4 from the 1850s or whatever, after the fact in order to get there. It was.
I don't know why people forget though, Trav, because it's not like we've not been. Okay, if we had been like I don't want to say Texas, because Texas had 2000s, but like I don't know, Miami.
Well,
the
problem,
like USC, like Notre
I think it's
Dame?
it's the internet age. It's like the problem is since Twitter started, like when really Twitter started, like
we haven't won a national championship.
We haven't won a national championship, but also the SEC has been so dominant.
Yeah,
like the SEC from 1950 to 2000 was not the dominant conference. Like wasn't like not to where they are now. So like it used to be, hey, look, when it was between Oklahoma and Nebraska figuring out there for about 20 years, whoever won that game had the inside track to the national championship, right? Like there have been others that have so you haven't seen the depth of a conference until now. So the problem is Oklahoma. Everybody's like, oh, they're just winning because they're in the Big 12. They're just winning because they're in their Big 12. And then we get to the SEC and we fall flat on our face. And they're like, oh, the entire history of Oklahoma is fraudulent because of what you did this one year. Because me, Gen Z football fan on Twitter thinks that college football started in 2015. And, the SEC has just ran the entirety of college football ever since 1910. And it's just not the facts. Yeah. So I think that's why people forget it, is because they think, A, they've got crazy recency bias, but they also just misjudge the SEC's place historically versus what it is currently.
Yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean, in the 2000s, and I would even say late 1990s, like the Big 12 was dang near right on par with the SEC in terms of, difficulty in conference. I mean, you go back to some of those early 2000 years, you have Oklahoma, Texas, Nebraska that are all legitimate title contenders.
Well,
you have Missouri sometimes, A&M sometimes, here and there, not every year.
You had Oklahoma play for a title in 03. Or win a title in 2000, play for it in 03 and 04. Texas won it in 05.
Yes.
Oklahoma played for it in 08. Texas played for it in 09. So it's like, and then Nebraska won 3 in the 90s.
Yes.
So it's like,
yes.
Like you're like, Big 12, and that's not to mention like what the Pac-12 was doing, right?
Yeah,
with USC. So it was like, you've got these other conferences doing, but people we run into in the SEC are like, nope, it's been this way for 125 years. All SEC is just the best conference. I'm like,
okay, sure,
really hasn't been.
It's just
that's why when you look at the Blue Bloods, they're spread out.
Yeah.
Like you've got Michigan and Ohio State that are in Big 10 Blue Bloods. You've got Notre Dame, USC, Oklahoma, Nebraska, and Texas for the most part. And then the other one I'm missing is...
You said Michigan? You said USC?
Michigan, Ohio State.
Michigan, Ohio State.
USC, Notre Dame. Texas, Oklahoma. Alabama.
Alabama, of course. And
so we have one historic SEC blue blood. So, yes, Alabama was doing big things.
Yeah.
But...
yeah. Oh, what about Georgia? Nope.
What about Ole Miss?
Won in 1980.
Nope. Man. Like
Tennessee? Nope.
Right.
Exactly. LSU is
a new blood.
Yeah. They're a new blood.
But they didn't do anything for basically the 100 years prior.
Yeah.
So, I think that's where some of it comes from. But it was cool because people would come in and even recruits and whatnot. And they're like, man, they got great players here. They got, great. I mean, and these like, especially 5-star kids, offensive skill players, are looking at that Heisman Park going, if I win a Heisman, they give me one of these.
Give me a statue.
They give me one of these? Like, I don't even get to keep them if I win them at USC.
Yeah.
Like, they'll give me one of these.
And it helped that one of those guys on the statues, threw a game-winning touchdown on Sunday.
He did.
Big bait.
Yep.
Big bait.
And my favorite part about it was apparently Cleveland feed after they lost the game and switched over to the Tampa Bay game to watch the end of it. So they got to see the team lose, and then it switched immediately over to Baker, their former quarterback, with the game winner. I mean, poor Browns fans.
Man, I'll forget that. Oh, okay. Some of the Browns fans. Okay. But the organization, bro, I'll forget that, man. Like everything they did to him. They did to him? No. Let's get on to this week. Going to Philly.
Yeah, I'm excited.
You're going to enjoy a Philly cheesesteak for me?
Yes.
Right?
Yes, I will. I like I'll be having a couple for sure. So we're going I'll leave early in the morning.
6, 7?
6 at the latest.
Wow.
Well, because I've got to be on radio at 4 Eastern. So we got to leave by 6 Eastern because it's basically a 9-hour and 58-minute drive.
Man.
So I'm gonna keep that pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
But if I do 9 miles an hour over, which would keep it off my insurance if I get pulled over. So if I get 9 miles an hour over, and then 10-hour drive, theoretically, it's 90 miles off.
Hey.
I might be able to. That's the thing with those long drives. If you can really keep it from 5 to 10. Yeah, I might be able to shave. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe a sleep in.
Maybe.
No, probably not. Probably not. Because I don't know. Because like I said, I got to be on radio tomorrow, and I might have to be on radio Friday. Because here's the thing that always happens: we never know Teddy's travel.
Yeah. Yes.
So on away games, it's like he travels with the team.
Yeah.
But like they might not get to the hotel until like 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to start radio.
Yeah.
And then
Might have to fill in.
And then, I don't blame Teddy, but I don't think Teddy's running through the lobby, spamming the elevator to try and run up, set up, and everything like that to try and get on air. I mean, I wouldn't. I would probably, I don't know, at least walk, maybe briskly, but still walk. So, but it's live from. I wonder if anybody in the chat is going to be there as well. Chat, go ahead and holler if anybody there is going to be there. But they're doing in Philly on Friday. They'll do a show, and it is. Oh, gotta go to Twitter. It's at like the oldest bar in Philadelphia. So it is.
Reminds me of Hamilton.
What? Like
just this, historic East Coast.
Oh yeah. So that'll be at McGillen's Old, and old is spelled with an E on the end, like ye old. So McGillen's Old Ale House, 1310 Drury Street, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So I will probably, just for good measure, go there anyways.
Yeah.
Just in case I need to be on air, or just in case I need to, taste a beer or two.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'm shocked by that the spread's not
higher
because I believe the spread's 23.5. I thought
it was 28.
I was doing some research earlier. Let me continue my research.
23.5.
Let me check.
What do they think this is? Are we going
23.5?
Are we going on the road to a hostile environment? Is that what's happening? Does Temple have crazy fans?
No.
That fill up Lincoln Financial Field?
Looking at the tickets, I think you can get tickets for like $100, like 10 rows at the 50. So,
really?
Yeah, I don't think so. But yeah, 23.5. Sports betting is legal in this state, so I may have to log on to the app and
get it in,
take
bro.
that 23.5.
Get it in.
I know. We'll see. Maybe we got to wake up, see if the spread's moved at all. 23.5 is insane. I feel like without that 24,
it's almost disrespectful.
I know.
But, okay. We only scored 35 on Illinois State, but we wasn't really doing nothing. Kirby. So
we also aren't playing Troy.
Yeah, Temple. Temple has a decent offense. It seems like, they put up 50s. The other thing that I think contributes to that, we haven't seen a turnover yet. We haven't really had short field.
And we haven't been sacking the quarterback very much.
Yeah.
Which is kind of surprising.
They've been getting it out of his hands pretty quick, though.
Right, but you'd think with freshman quarterback and then in Illinois State that we'd just be piling up sacks. I think we've only got, 2 or 3?
Yeah, I think 2. Yeah.
Temple, Troy, same thing.
Nah, not really. But regardless, I don't know that at this point we're not going to show anything against a Temple. We showed things against Michigan. I don't think we're going to go super duper vanilla again. I don't think we're going to also do a bunch of stuff,
I wouldn't expect any other reverse flea flickers, but
yeah. But I think that we'll run the offense,
You should be able to cover 23.5.
Yeah.
Is all I'm saying.
You absolutely should be able to. If not, then we have bigger issues. But maybe, it was a little bit of a letdown after Michigan. But
maybe that's what they're counting on, 11 a.m. game. So maybe they're counting on a little fuzzy breakfast.
Let's give
which is 10 a.m. Central Time.
A quick score prediction.
Is 11 a.m. Central.
Chad, go ahead and drop your score predictions. I'm gonna say 41-10. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna get a little conservative. 31, cover the spread at 23, 31.1 on the road. I think hopefully we get some turnover, get some short fields, able to score the ball.
I don't think we'll kick any field goals. I think it'll be 35-10. Which is kind of spread. Like 10 points feels like a lot for this defense, which is crazy to say.
I know. It does feel like a lot.
But I think this defense is tough. And the thing is, like, the youth doesn't drop off. That's the thing. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, bummer. Like, you don't have Eli. I guess you got to play Cortland Guillory. Oh, no. Like, he might be a freshman All-American, too.
Oh,
like,
no.
like,
Oh, Gentry's not in.
yeah,
Oh,
what are you going to do?
no.
Oh, what are you going to do at edge? I guess we're going to, what if you want to rest, or rotate in edges? Okay. You're going to let Denny Okoye go out there against, Temple's right tackle and see what happens? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know.
45-6.
That's aggressive.
63-0. Wow, Justin. We're going to have to see. Temple been putting up some burgers now on people 55s. So I think they obviously have a decent offense. Again, does that mean that it's going to do they're going to do anything with Oklahoma? No. I mean, Ohio State only scored 14 on Texas, and then they went and scored 70 on Grambling State.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, Grambling State is not as good as Temple is, but still. Your dad says 49-7. What you said, 35-10?
Yeah.
35-10. I said 41-10. So
the problem is the overs, or the numbers at 51.5.
interesting.
So I'm like, 49-7 would be hitting the over. A lot of these would be hit. Well, Ryan wouldn't be hitting the over even at 45-6. Like, if the defense is as good as I think it is, like, I almost feel like I got to take an under. You know what I mean?
Over under 11-yard rushing for odds. Should he even get on plane? He flipping burgers in 2 years at this point.
Jeez.
Yeah, man, I don't know. We'll see.
I'm not sure what's going on there.
Jaden. I mean, I have my theories. I think maybe him and DeMarco.
Oh yeah, I've seen eye to eye.
But I don't know. Hopefully, we just didn't waste money on him.
Yeah, but if it's one of those where you waste money on him, but Torrey Blaylock is that dude,
Sure.
It's like, okay, what do you? If you had in your mind a certain level of production you were going to get out of the running back room and you weren't counting on Torrey Blaylock, like, it kind of makes up for you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Kirby wants to talk about, before we go, the stadium music. Because I had a tweet go a little bit buku.
Oh yeah,
not crazy. Like,
Oh.
I think it was like 1,000 likes, something like that. But I was just tweeting what I felt because Auburn had the swag surfing.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
I was like, hey, that looked dope. That's all I said. It looked dope. And if they can do it in the deep South in Auburn, Alabama, then we can do it in Oklahoma, right? I think that's
yes, that makes sense.
Take, right?
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And so you have a bunch of people that are like, oh no, or oh, like, yeah, I agree. I had one dude that was like, basically telling me I was crazy because, like, Auburn's not much more rural than Oklahoma. And I looked at him like Norman, not Oklahoma as a state, Norman. And I said, bro, Norman is basically a suburb of Oklahoma City.
I just don't think he's been to Auburn.
That's why I said, you think that we more rural than Auburn?
Yeah, I don't think that person.
Make that make sense?
I don't think that person has been to Auburn.
No, he don't like us. He called us mouth breathers. So
okay, that makes sense.
He's one of the ones that say that we gatekeep and we think we know everything and we think we're important type people. So,
about you and me?
Yeah.
Oh. Well.
But yeah, I would love to see what songs would you guys like to see? Like I think that there's a lot of options.
Here's the thing. You can't get 10 people in a room to agree on anything from diverse backgrounds, ages, and this, that, and the other. You damn sure can't get 85,000 people to agree on it. Like, it's just like.
So what's the default then? The players, the recruits, we go with what they want. You think people are going to leave?
Yeah, I don't know. I doubt anybody's like, I didn't get to dance between quarters.
We're playing Little Baby. Oh, I'm leaving.
I think the 1895 club or whatever it's called, the top 50 donors.
Yeah.
I think somebody should get to bid on each third quarter song, and it just goes to NIL.
Yeah.
So you just open it to them and say, hey, look, guys, you guys are top 50 donors at the University of Oklahoma. You guys all give, $1 million and up, basically. We will let you play your favorite song to the entire stadium for $1 million per game. And then that just goes into rev share.
Yeah.
There you go. And if everybody's like, man, I don't like the song, I'm like, you are more than willing to donate the $1 million yourself to change it. It's kind of like, you ever been to those dueling piano bars where like they'll start playing a fight song and it's like, in order to get that person to stop playing the fight song, like you got to tip more than they did. Like that's basically just getting to a bidding war for the third and fourth quarter song, and boom, all of a sudden we got 35 stars in class.
I mean, don't you feel like jump around is just a natural,
I think they
or is that
they brought it up
Wisconsin do that?
They brought it up in the preview video, and then they did it, I think, twice. So like I think they're leaning into it. So
Or do you even think Malcolm Kelly's rap will be an option? Do you think that's too?
Malcolm Kelly's rap would be probably my vote. It's iconic.
It's an Oklahoma State.
It is. Nobody else can take it. Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
I mean, I just feel like that's the natural, in my opinion, the natural route to go. But I'll be honest with you. I wasn't there. I understand people think it's slow. I didn't hate Ain't No Love in Oklahoma. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What did you think about it?
I thought the only thing I would have changed is I would have dimmed the lights more because it was still very bright in there and you didn't really get to see the light show.
Sure. Well, hopefully by the time we're talking to these guys next week, we're 3-0, heading into a big-time matchup with Auburn and our former quarterback, Jackson Arnold, who, right now is getting some big love down on the plains. Now,
From RG3.
Yeah. Even with his performance last week, I think he had, 3 for 250 yards, something like that. Maybe look like Jackson Arnold, getting his confidence back. However, you can still tell that some of the fans are glazing him, but a lot of the fans too are still feeling like he's not seeing it. Like even his own coach said, "Oh yeah, he had a solid performance." He didn't say, "Oh, he did great." He said, "Yeah, he was solid." So I don't know. I'm interested. To see. And they haven't played anybody. Baylor's okay. Baylor's okay.
They don't have the defensive front that would keep Jackson Arnold from running it 40 times in a game.
Yeah.
Like if you try, like he's gonna have to make throws against Oklahoma.
Yep. He is. He is for sure. So, well, guys, thanks for tuning in, man, for the live special Tuesday edition show.
Nice crowd in here.
It is.
Nearly 1,700 people.
He was kind of battling with insider.
Who jumped on our day. We've been pushing this out for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Honestly,
I've been like Tuesday the 9th is going to be our day for 3 weeks. I work with these dudes for like 3 weeks. I'm like, hey, Tuesday the 9th. Ever since we really got the count. So Tuesday the 9th, we're going to do the show. Tuesday the 9th, we're going to do the show. All of a sudden, JP sends me, hey, we're going to go live the exact same moment that JP and Trav are going live on a Tuesday. We never go live on a Tuesday.
We never do. And we love them. We love these guys. But it's just like, time after, like, we started going on Wednesdays. Then they're like, oh, we moved to Wednesdays because the press conference. All right, you know what? We'll transition to Thursdays here and there. We'll make it work. Okay? And then, like you said, Tuesdays. Nobody ever does Tuesdays, right? Literally today, out of nowhere. 8:30. What time did we start? Or, well, we started a little bit later. But still, what time do we normally start? 8:30.
Right.
I'm like, what is happening? But it's okay. We still battling with them though, especially on X.
Yeah, I think we might have. X has pushed our numbers, I believe, over the top. But all is fair in love and podcasting, I suppose. So, yes, I appreciate the safe travels wishes from Ryan C. There. Much appreciated.
Kelso wants us to dance.
Yeah, probably third and fourth quarter song, I imagine. I don't imagine that's us two.
Yeah.
But JP would win a dance-off between the two of us. So I did stop by Burnley to get some cigars to bring to Philly and saw our boy.
Did you?
Yeah, VIP guy. He was wearing his Indiana checkered shirt. That's a good shirt. So, yeah, it was good to see him.
Good.
So he said Shea Gilgeous-Alexander's dad popped in during the finals.
Oh, really?
You know the finals, right?
Yeah.
NBA finals.
I was aware.
World champs.
Yeah.
Got you.
Thanks.
Absolutely.
So my
Well,
mouth was burning for 30 minutes.
hey, you'll be all right. So, all right, I've got to get up in a few hours. It feels like, and drive to Philadelphia. Doylestown, really, but who's counting? So, appreciate you all for tuning in, all 1,700 of you, and and enjoy the rest of your weeks. Usually not a lot of meat left on the bone of the week by the time we get done.
By the time we get here, but we got a full week left. Still relishing a little bit in this win. Getting into Saturday. So yeah, make sure you like and comment on YouTube. Like the video. Please just like it. We post it on X as well. And we'll see you guys next probably Thursday. And Boomer.
Sooner.